This is a homemade Nerf gun. Those are 70,000 RPM motors. And this is around 70 balls a second. This is the Pain Mark 1. Let's get started. So not only is this the Pain Mark 1 because I just got hit in the face with a bunch of rifle rounds, but it is an acronym for Powerful, Aggressive, Impressive Nerf Gun. And in case you couldn't tell, that's what this is, a powerful, aggressive, impressive Nerf gun. This is completely homemade, DIY, original. Everything in here, except for the handle and the motors and the switch and the wiring, I made. The cardboard and everything, that's all me. This is a Apollo handle from the Apollo Nerf gun, and I decided to just put it in the back because I didn't want to like 3D print my own magazine catch for rival magazines because that would take a while. Alright, so let's just go from front to back. As you can see, it's very tiny, so this isn't going to take very long. So up at the front we have the barrel, very wide so that no balls just like go over here. This is a rival fed magazine. We have the backspin that I attempted to put in here. I don't really know if it functions as well as it should. Those are the flywheels. Those are 3D printed flywheels we made on our 3D printer. And they have been staying on the motor surprisingly well, and I've fired this quite a few times. And you can see there's already a bunch of like rival round dust on the flywheels. And we have the trigger. The trigger, you can see, is right between those flywheels, and when I pull this, there's a little latch up there that goes down, which is part of the mechanism of the blaster. And the pull is really smooth. It really fits my finger. It's very snappy, and I really like the trigger. Now we have the wiring. I was going to make it go, like, stay inside of the blaster, but I didn't have enough room because this is, like, really compact, and I needed all the space in here for everything else. And, I mean, it's alright with it just dangling out here because I don't really care. But, I mean, it could be better. Next up is the handle. Not to get confused with this. This is the magazine well for where you put the magazine. The LiPo is housed in here. You can charge it, plug it in, stuff like that. The grip is really nice. I have space for my thumb right here. And, oh, I forgot about the rev switch, which is glued into the handle. And very, very snappy as well. And also, I forgot to add that the backspin kind of adds as like a really poor sight that you can look at. Although, you don't really need a sight on like a submachine gun that shoots 75 balls a second. I mean, like you could just spray and pray. Then we have the magazine well. This is cut off from an Apollo. And now, for whatever reason, I'm going to show you the Apollo while it was taken apart. So, I've already taken a lot of pieces out of this, as you can see right here. But if we open it up, you can see there's a mechanism right here, which I am specifically looking forward to taking a look at. And after I took the shell off over there, this is what we're left with, and I'm probably going to clip that off, that long piece right there, because I'm not going to need it. But what I'm looking to do is take a magazine, Nerf Rival magazine right there, and have the balls, when you put it into the magazine, just shoot out like that. So let's see what I can do with this. And if you look in here, that looks promising. Now back to the video. The handle is still really smooth. You can fit it in there like that. I still think it looks really cool inside the blaster. So that's the overview. And now let's go to a firing demo. First outside, and then come back inside. And I will also show you exactly how fast it actually goes with the stopwatch on the other side of the camera. So here we go. Oh, and I also just realized it shoots more than 6 times fast than the Cardinal 2.0, which I will show you right now. Now back to the video. Alright, so we have the Pain Mark 1 all loaded up and all charged up. We have a cup down there, right at that picture, right there, like right in the middle. And I'm just gonna spray and pray and see what happens. Spraying and praying doesn't work every time. The cup is still there, but good thing I have a 12-round magazine that I can use. And we'll be back in a second because of my amazing editing. I'm just gonna fill this up. Alright, so we've got 12 rounds in the chamber. Let's see what happens now to the cup. So, obviously not the most accurate weapon out there, but it's not really meant to be accurate. So it turns out, I've actually done my research. This is currently the fastest firing Nerf gun in existence, so that makes me pretty happy. I don't know if you could tell, but it's wicked insane. I mean, like, I'm going to be using this for a while. I'm going to be keeping this for a while, too. Alright, so now on to pros and cons. Pros, really fun. Cons, that's too fast. Like, if you put I only have a 12-round and a 7-round magazine, and those are the only kinds that Nerf makes. And once I put it in and then I fire it, it's gone. Like, I just tap the trigger and it's all gone. And, like, I only have 2 magazines right now. The wires are on the outside. Would have preferred them on the inside. Not a big deal. Pros. I mean, I think I already said it shoots super fast. It's really, really, really intimidating. That's the word I was looking for. Like, the flywheels sound really nice, like in a actual Nerf gun. Like, they sound like they're in an actual Nerf gun. And they're 73,000 RPM motors. So on the really high end, especially for 3S LiPo, which is in here. That's another pro. The LiPo is housed safely in here, and you can easily plug it in and charge it. The magazine, the Apollo like handle works really well in the blaster, and it's really smooth. It's just really fun to use in general. It's super fast, and I'm just happy that it's technically the fastest firing Nerf gun in the world right now. That throne will probably be taken really quickly by someone who has more smarts and wits than me. But for now, this is really awesome. Actually, this is going to be awesome for a really long time. I wish you were here with me and that you could experience this with me, but it's just a blast. Don't forget to comment below what you want me to make next, because I will definitely take your thoughts into consideration after making this. Hope you guys had fun watching this, and see you guys next time.